T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello there, everybody. So I see a few people. Let's do a roll call. There is Miss Christy. Hello, darling. Leanie Bo, how are you? Sigma, how you doing? Nutty. Hello, Sweet Pea. Miss Blondie, I was just thinking about you. How are you today? Seafood. Hi, love. Good to see you. Jonet. Good to see you. It's okay that you'll be lurking, love, just so long as you're here. All right, Miss Nora. Hello, hello. So, well, how are y'all doing today? Everything going y'all's way so far? Oh, well, which cat do you want to know about? Her? That's little mama. The black one, which he's kind of hiding off screen here. His name is Boo. We call him Boo. They are the Salty Pride. I have one more who lives outside. His name is Romeo. I am very much an animal person. I cannot help myself. Oh, well, that's nothing new. They're always running late, you know. Too bad we can't charge them for being late like they charge us when we show up late. You know, that would certainly change the game a little bit. So, man, today's been pretty interesting. I got a fair amount done. I took a little bit of a nap after I got offline last night and got up and hit the ground running, and here I am. So, hope you guys get a little bit of enjoyment out of this, because I don't know if you see what I've got here. You don't want none of that. You don't want none of that. Trust me, you don't want none of that. Ugh. So, absolutely not, Janae. I am not a drinker. This, Leanie Bo called it. This is the ever so illustrious Unicity powder that Foodie Beauty claims tastes like a creamsicle. I'll be damned if this tastes anything like a creamsicle. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Okay. I have definitely had worse things in my life. But I'll tell you what it is that's really getting me is the consistency of it. You know, it's really thick. It's like super thick. And it's got just a hint of orange to it. Ugh. But amazingly, Enough, no. Amazingly enough, no. But you guys will see that I don't play. I wasn't playing about mixing this stuff between the Unimate, the Unimate part that she claims gave her so much energy and all that stuff, and then this right here. I have a hand mixer that I use on my flavored water that is extremely high powered. I use that to mix these so that there is no unmixed clumps, because you know that's always a risk. But so I think that's the only reason it's not grainy. So I'm so glad I can provide you some entertainment. It actually, from what I gather, that's basically what it is. Yeah, stick blenders are amazing. So yeah, y'all will get to watch me perpetually gross myself out. More than likely, she was probably drinking straight orange juice, because if you look at it, I mean, that does kind of, let me get it there. You go. See, it does kind of look like orange juice. So I'm gonna be curious to see how the rest of this is gonna go. I've only gotten maybe a good 5 or 6 swallows of this, and I'm gonna drink as much of it as I can push myself to, but I'm probably not gonna finish it. It is Kalari. How are you? Good gracious. I don't know if y'all heard that. Little mama just dive bombed Boom in on the desk. Tell her not to be a bully. So y'all will have ongoing entertainment strictly based on the fact that I'm probably going to be making all kind of interesting faces. All right, let's see. I wonder if she gave the Unicity crap as gifts. Probably. She's probably trying to get her mom to sign up to be under her on the chain, Probably camps, but realistically, at this point, it's in the name of science and perspective. I am willing to do the dirty work. You know what I'm saying? Right. That I am never without. And if anything, I'm probably their co-star and they're not mine. You know what I mean? They always steal the show, no doubt. Oranges, I can tough it out. It ain't gonna hurt me. It might just gross me out, but it'll be all right. I have definitely put myself through worse, And I just realized, looking at this screen, I have turned this light way up too high. I'm looking like a ghost. There, I actually have color again. Praise Jesus. All right. Sense of Wonder, how you doing, baby? Good to see you made it. It's cold in here. So, all right. I figured, because of how short it is, that we would start with Chucklehead's live stream here. It ain't like she says a lot, and there ain't going to be really anything. I can't imagine it being that interesting. It's probably going to be the same stuff that we hear all the time. But, we're going to chop it up. Well, the one where she's using a potato cam with, the buffalo print on her. I mean, that wasn't even 3 minutes. I'm so glad you like that. I call people Chucklehead quite a bit. Right. Probably of that 3 minutes, at least 2 of it was highs and hey guys and whatever. This one, she's actually sitting there going, I need more people to come in so I can entertain y'all. And I'm like, who the hell are you talking to?
Hi, Jenna. Wolf, Brandy.
I think so, SH.
Okay, good. I need Hello, Gabrielle, Dawn, Lisa. Pretty good. Yeah, so much better, huh? Good. I was a little too in the bush, I guess. Don't unblock him because she's a wackadoodle. Who's that? Cold Tea Queen. Anyway, and they were like, you guys, like, they didn't have anything to talk about, so they're like, do you guys want to see what Foodie Beauty's up to? So they put me on, and I was like too boring. They turned me off. Because I'm not a mess. Because I'm not a mess. Because I'm not a mess.
I don't even know why she's doing this happy dance like that actually is true. I mean, we know that the woman is a mess and will perpetually always be. The difference is right now she's not a crackhead while being a mess. I don't know if I would call that a win.
At least I'm not a super mess, right? How many put-ins? Hey, creepy! How hypocrisy of you. The hypocrisy. Anyway, I found that funny. I was like, I was kind of sad. I was like, I'm boring?
You've been boring.
No, I like being boring. I'm finally boring. I'm finally boring. I'm finally boring.
This is the same woman who's desperate for people to add her so that she can get to 1,000K, but she's happy that she's boring. You would think that she would put 2 and 2 together that 100K goal is never going to happen, provided that she's like this.
Corn? What the hell? Yes, Jolly Blue Pot. I had a nice Christmas. Tanya, hi. I don't have any favorites, Wolfolk, honestly. I just like see the video. I don't even know who does the video sometimes.
Lies. She probably has a nickname made up for every one of us on here that talks about her. I mean, you know this. Come on now. Camp's put it the right way. If you have to say you're not a mess, that's an indicator that you are. Yeah. That one's her being in denial. Right. Boring, fake marriage, visa running ass. The Casey interview and then also Kaya trying to come back was more interesting than her lives. Oh, we're gonna talk about Miss Kaya for long. We're gonna talk about that. Right. Facts. She copies our vernacular and stories. Yes, absolutely. She has zero personality. Same as Amber. They have to get it from somewhere because they have no lives to actually draw from. Yes, ma'am. She's admitted that more than once. I know.
Do you like pickle puts in more than regular? Yeah, duh. Of course, cold tea. If you add pickles to anything, it makes it 10 times better. Let's get the party started on a Saturday night. Yeah. Speaking of which, Salah has a new reaction video coming out.
Oh, fuck the salad.
Right, my birthday is Thursday.
Wait. Let's give Salad the due diligence and level of respect that he deserves, ladies and gentlemen.
Teeny weeny, shriveled little short man.
Right. Amen to that. I'll take my life any day over Chantal's.
Hey, can I get a little song and birthday dance? I can't.
She has her moments.
Dance. Hi, Vanessa. If you want a birthday song, you have to get a cameo. He said some of them are not too bad.
True.
Well, yeah,
Yep.
but I don't. Like I said, sometimes I just.
I got others, Janae.
I forget. So let me try the pickle puts and I saw the TikTok
Ooh.
and I wish I could try it. Yeah, it's really
She's all about them little petite halal sausages. We know this. We done heard her talk about it. There you go. One more again.
Teeny weeny, shriveled little short man.
Oh. Well, based on, I mean, from what I gather, he does. In Bay. Sorry, y'all. My sister who I love my sister, but she only reaches out to me when she wants something. I don't know why. And it's just like, she picks the worst possible time to get with me about stuff. It absolutely was. And I am a huge stan of Mr. Snowflake. He is ridiculously amazing. On top of the fact, his accent, y'all, I could listen to him talk all day. And he is such a nice looking man, bless his heart. He is the package. The package. What? Is here at work and Sue worked at Gulf Coast. I love my sister. I do, y'all. She makes me cuckoo. I just can't even. Right. She absolutely does. If she actually took the time to expound upon the capability of the things that she does have, then she may actually reach some sort of monicum of success. But she gets into it. She goes into it the same way she does everything else, with lackluster, half-assed interest. It's just something for her to do in the moment. He is absolutely an idiot. Thank you. So, all right, let's continue.
They just put they put little pickle pieces in it. I did a video.
I don't care.
Hi, Lolo. Brooke, I mean, I just don't want to be followed around sometimes, or I don't know.
Ho, ain't nobody following you around.
Why are you leaving Canada sooner than expected? I wasn't leaving sooner than expected. Okay. Oh, yes, I am.
What does that tell you about how frequently that she lies when she can't keep up with which lies she's on?
Because I'm not going to get the surgery here. I'm just, I want to be I'm more depressed being away from my husband and my pets. So I have to go back.
I'm not going to get the surgery here. Of course you're not, because there are too many stipulations and things that you would actually have to participate in to make that happen.
I can get healthcare there because I was getting treated for my diabetes there, so I can just continue that. And the pills are working. I'm such an idiot for not taking them regularly.
You don't say.
Yeah, after I finish the live, a new reaction video.
Hi, Shelly.
Turkey is cheap surgery. You'll sneakily make a reaction video?
Right.
Creepy. I'm not sure exactly what day I'm leaving, but it will be a little while yet.
Meaning until she gets some money saved up to pay for it.
So, I mean, I'm going to probably, I'm not going to tell you guys exactly when in public, but.
Nobody cares to know.
I don't know. It depends on some things.
Exactly, seafood.
And a visa run.
Yep.
Hi, it's not. But even if why do people care about that?
Kamikaze. Girl, why you got people trying to get you unblocked on Chantal's channel? There was somebody asking specifically to have you unblocked. You trying to get on there and be a shit stirrer, girl? If so, I'm here for it.
Excuse me. Sorry. I need to know. Sorry, that was rude. I need to know what kind of visas you guys want to do while I'm here, because I figure, Halloween and fall to go shopping. So I'll do a lot of shopping visas.
You don't say.
Probably. Not today. Today's Boxing Day, and it is busy. I'm not going near a mall on Boxing Day, but Boxing Week.
Oh, she's
Can you hear
nose
me?
huffing again, y'all.
I'm worried. I feel like you need Canada. Hi, Vanessa. It would be expensive. Well, Blue Pot, I need to try not to need healthcare as much. So I need to like really work on my health, you know?
You
No
never gonna
poutines right
happen.
now.
That really
Kind of did visa runs all the time when he
her talking about I really need to work on my health, so no poutines right now. She just had a poutine that she posted for everybody to see not even 24 hours ago. I mean, come on now. Right, there you go. Yep, big if she gets a weight loss surgery, she'll go to a sketchy clinic that won't make her do the psych and diet prep. No. And she will end up ripping her fucking sutures, or she'll end up fucking septic, or something along those fucking lines. I mean, realistically, I don't see it healing right. I see her having all sorts of complications because she's a moron who doesn't listen to people. She thinks surgery is going to be a cure-all. She can still gain weight again. Agreed, because she will continue to eat the exact same way she does now, which is basically just garbage, you know. She actually said it at one point, Shelly, that she was going to have mashed potatoes, mashed sweet potatoes, and stuffing because she likes to mix them all together. So we know that much. She had carbs, and more carbs. She could, but at the same time, it's because she's going to end up doing stupid shit. My sister's driving me bonkers, y'all. I know that's her. I know someone that didn't listen to the doctor, her stomach opened up and she got septic. Same Wander. I actually had a male friend that did the same thing. He was in ICU in a medically induced coma for about a week. All because he wasn't listening when they were telling him he could only have a liquid diet for the first 2 weeks. He didn't want to hear it. Right. She didn't want to hear that either.
He was in Colombia. Oh, really? Yeah, that's true. Pennington's bees. Okay.
All right.
How about Maurice's bees? Because they have better deals. Like, pretty much all my clothes are from Maurice.
Ooh, tell me you broke, girl.
I know, babe. Stay away from shopping malls? No, I think if I start filming from inside the mall, people are allowed to come up and say hi to me, but I just don't want, like, I guess I don't really care that much, you know? I don't know. There's some crazy people out there.
She wouldn't. The only crazy people that she's ever had in her proximity are people that she was chasing and wanted in her proximity. I mean, what the hell is she talking about? Hey, hun. Actually, it can if you don't allow your stomach to heal that first 2 weeks by using a liquid diet. If you try to eat anything solid, it can actually cause a rupture of the sutures. It's pretty bad business if you want to know the truth of it. It can get ugly. Can only throw our hands up and slowly watch. Right, she's not. I mean, and honestly, I'm here for whatever fuck shit she ends up stuck with because she's a fool. So I've been tempted to get the balloon full of water in the stomach temporary thing. I don't know if it's even done anymore. I think I heard somewhere that it is. I just don't know where. I was on a puree diet for months after the surgery. They had, now mind you, like, Cal, that this was like forever ago, but they had me do 2 weeks of a liquid diet after, and then I could progress to soft foods like eggs, grits, stuff like that, real soft food, mashed potatoes. And after 2 weeks of that, they gave me the okay to start adding foods in one at a time. So, like, if I wanted to have some pasta, I could try it out. And, you know, sometimes it would agree, sometimes it wouldn't. They said, if it doesn't agree with you, then just hold off on it, come back again to it later. And eventually, you know, over time, you just kind of add things back in as your body's willing to allow it, you know. But I'm sure that it doesn't surprise me, though, that the standards have probably changed. That too, you know.
Don't want to hurt me. I can't still off on the Canada.
Oh, it's so
Can't come
thick.
right now, obviously. Not this trip. It's already done with. So, you know. But you need a visa to come to Canada, you know, so you have to apply and all that stuff. So it was just easier for me to just, like I said, an impulse. I want to
That's
go
true.
to Canada. Book me a flight. So we started looking at flights. Like,
Oh, you
I don't know.
said
I'm
it.
very
Absolutely.
impulsive that way. Same thing with Thailand. I was like, we were like hemming and hawing. What is that how you say it? Over it, but yeah, Jenna. You've been working on your health for yo-yo extremes. I know, Blue Pop, but something has to happen. You know, I know that, you know, I have the universal health care here, but it's not, it's kind of this, like, Kuwait depends on the healthcare, but you can get, expats can get universal healthcare. They just
You're
have to
not a
pay
bloody
monthly, so-
expat. Heffa.
What happened, Golden Girl? Kelly. Yeah, Kelly, Kayla, sorry. I'm going to for sure be, you know, going back at some point. Yeah, I'm going to spend time here and there in my year because I'm having trouble. Like I both worlds, you know, like so in love with him and like it's hard to be away from that. But
Shut up.
To their
Shut up.
My cat, like
Shut up.
Cat dad word. Hello, if I missed you, this is a hello for you. So I'm just planning some content right now. I knew when I first got here with the holidays, everything, I'd be busy and I wouldn't going to plan that. So that's why I'm asking you guys what you really want to see while I'm here, you know?
Like we ain't seen plenty.
Exercise, maybe do that in my vlogs too, different areas. There's a lot of places to go walking here. I love it. And yeah, it's cool. I love it. It's like it's 47 right now for winter.
Oh, that's an excellent point, Blondie. Praise Jesus that I got y'all here because I probably would not have remembered this shit.
Julep bees.
Not fast enough.
Oh, orange julep? Oh, yeah, I got to go there at least once. Okay, then I'll make a Montreal day of it. Like, you know, I'll do like a Montreal day.
She's talking about going to Montreal. You already know she gonna be riding by nators real slow. Real slow. She gonna be eyeballing. Ain't no question in my mind. She gonna end up texting him if she ain't already.
And I'll do a bees that way. Hi, Reese's boy. Heat wave, yeah.
Could
We just
be.
got snow in Colorado last night and this morning. Oh wow, yeah, we still don't have any. Take Buster. Hi, Rashu. Buster, frick that.
The woman's bipolar.
Absurdity. Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm still gonna get to experience some of their.
But she's gonna exercise.
Please tell Andrew to give me some. Give her some. Oh, give me what? Please, Andrew, please give Melissa some eggnog. Please unblock Kimikaze. Susie's Kimikaze.
There you go. There was your shout out, Kim.
Are you? I don't even know who really that is. I mean, it sounds familiar. I think they used to come in my chat, right? Montreal bees. Montreal bees. Yeah. No, actually, I'm supposed to be eating healthy, so I don't know what I'll do. But the veggie dolls are pretty good.
Right.
Saturated fat. And the poutine. The julep is full of sugar. They let you drink? No, not alcohol. Upper Canada Village?
Yes, ma'am. No doubt about it.
Cold to walk around in. But I like going there. We used to go there for school travel days. Not in La Ronde. Old meat. Imagine. Hi, Reese boy. She has to involve. She's an ex-beezer. Okay. Yeah, I can probably do that. If it's in my block list, I should be able to. Yeah, I'll check. Famous salad place in Montreal? There's a famous salad place?
Jesus.
I didn't know that. What's it called? I'll look it up. Montreal has a lot of good food, yeah. I don't know. It's hard. Imagine, there's so much good food. Speak angry French. Okay. Sorry for saying those words, but hi, Danny. How are you? Danny and Creepy. Not salsa. Yeah, I need glasses. I forgot about that. I'm trying to look.
Facts.
I'm trying to look up some things, like some.
He played the game as long as he could, but it didn't work out in his favor.
I'm gonna get like a bunch of pairs. And
God, my sinuses are acting crazy.
Oh my gosh, Teardrop!
Shut up.
Hope you had a wonderful Christmas, Teardrop. My reaction is coming right away after Chantal ends the light. Yes. Well, that's sweaty. Creepy. How was your day? It was good. It was nice. Yeah, for sure. But I'm so sad. Like I dream about my family back in Kuwait almost every night.
You are a liar.
Yeah, mine was awesome. Mashallah, the rotisserie chicken place. So you can get just the chicken, but they're gravy. Thanks, Melissa. Everyone check out Salah's video after this live stream. He did a holiday roast. I like watching roasts, but those are just like joking. But like, what was that roaster guy's name? I can't remember.
So she says she enjoys roast, but when somebody roasts her, it's fat shaming.
Maybe Canada. Do you ever just drink gravy in a mug? Yeah. Well, what do you miss most? So that's why I have diabetes, because of my bad eating habits that are hard to break. 30 years of them. What do you miss most from Kuwait other than Salah? Kate Winslet. Other than Salah and my pets? What do I miss about Kuwait? I guess just the environment, the palm trees, the beaches.
Girl, I've been saying that. He's
hard to
awful
explain
at
there.
it.
It's the environment is like, it's calm. I don't know. But mostly you got my family there more than anything, for sure. Yeah, I would say. But there's something about the Middle East. It's just like, hearing the prayer, and I guess as Muslim, you just feel more. Although I've seen a lot of Muslims around.
That tickles me. Just hearing the prayer.
Especially Ottawa. Cornwall has some. In Kuwait too, but I can't. They're very good. Merry Christmas, Chantal. It's a lot.
Even sped up. She is.
Thank you for the New Year's
boring.
Super chat. That's so nice, Natasha. I really appreciate that, and I hope you. Well, Jolly Blue Pot, I have a song for you. Nothing lasts forever. Good for you to miss those things. I mean, I used to do them all the time, So, bio shopping. Yeah, I miss a bio shopping optimistic crime. I miss Dream Mall. Only a bird I can get behind. I don't think so, Susie, but I'm not too sure. Gemini Jen, 21 months. Enjoy your stay in Canada. I hope you're already reunited with Salah soon. Thank you, Gemini. Loyalty Beezer. Ready, set, ready.
That sounds like a good plan, SH.
Why did I start doing this? Oh, yeah, because I was like grossed out by my arm fat.
God.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not going to be on too long today just because I'm planning some beezes. Don't worry. Try to control your blood glucose. Yeah, I'm trying so. You know what, though? Actually, my blood sugars have come down a lot. They're at like 11 consistently right now because, I could be eating healthier. But I'll have 23 to 11 just from taking my meds. And I'd say most of the time I don't eat at night. I had a slip the other night. That's for sure. But yeah, like 23 to 11. And I know I can get it down there. I want to get it down to like 6 or 7.
That is never going to fucking happen with what she eats.
I'm being realistic, Don't try to get a high score crushed on me. Yeah. Your health stuff will get good views for sure. Well, I want to definitely improve my health no matter what, I don't know. We're going to look into the weight loss surgery in Kuwait, imagine. Hi, Mandy. I don't know about that.
Hi, Camby.
See how much it is. What's a slip? Like a kind of a binge, I guess. Not like a full out binge, but like I had like half a bag of cheese popcorn. Yeah, it's not that much compared to what I usually had. Because I felt like, okay, no more, So, eating a fitness Fritzl. What's Fritzl?
I'm sorry. We got to speed her up some more because this is ridiculous.
Pie last night. Oh, you didn't get the pie. That's like not the same for you, right? If you don't get it. You don't do the surgery. I probably won't.
She won't. Her biggest concern right now is making sure that her blood sugar gets back down to normal range, and she's going to let the medication do all the work for her, and she's going to continue to eat shit.
I'm looking and see, just seeing out of curiosity, but we'll see.
She absolutely does.
No, I told you I binge in secret. I never show anybody that.
You a whole liar.
Not binges. Maybe overeating, but overeating and binging is different. So.
She a whole liar.
Eating disorder. But yeah, beezing. We have to be octogenarian beezing, okay? So the beezer army. The fiber drink, I still drink it, and I haven't been doing much content. And I take I drink that before the meals, and the Unimate in the morning.
Their fiber drink before meals, the one that she says tastes like a creamsicle, absolutely does not taste like creamsicle. Okay. I done the Unimate today. This is the Balance, which is the one that's got the fiber in it. So I've been videoing shorts. I will upload that probably tomorrow morning sometime, including clips of my face from this live, because why the fuck not? Right, pretty much. But for the sake of science, I am continuing on.
Gives me a lot of energy. It's like a hyper energy. Can you get a jiggle? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Give me your members, yes. Now, sometimes I sleep until like 9:30, 10. But most of the time it's pretty early, yeah. Oh, creepy gifted memberships? No way! How come I can't see that?
It's
Oh,
amazing, Allegra.
what?
Blech.
Are you sure? Who got a membership? Oh, Energy Eggs. Oh, thank you, Creepy. That's so nice of you. Okay,
Wow.
Energy Eggs. And Creepy Comfort. Who else got one?
Oh,
No.
baby.
Oh, Energy Eggs. Okay. Jenna. I don't know what I'm talking about.
God, shut up, woman.
Oh, you got gifted. Thank you. So pretty, D. Hi. Thanks, babe. That's Legally Blonde. Media as American faces. I don't know. Maybe so.
What?
Especially like Canadian, you know. I don't know too much about it. Probably not as like in the media as American faces. I don't know. Maybe so. I'm a Beezer. You're a Beezer. It's worth making content for you guys. Hi, Mandy. Yeah, me too. I love creepy stuff. I'll never stop loving it. It's part of me too, you know. So
This is the same woman that
Yeah, thanks, dude.
said that all that stuff was too dark and depressing.
yeah, well, you know, it's crazy. My 5-year-old Judah says hi. Hi, Judah. Hello. Well, Judah is an honorary Beezer.
Right.
Liliana from Bulgaria. Oh, hi. Oh, my buddy moving off my couch. My nose is stuffed. I need to go to friggin' Shoppers or something. Can we get a thank you word, please? Yeah, sure. Like in the restaurant? Yeah, I guess. There's a few of them around. Love some Popeyes.
I blame Christy for us sitting through this. Christy, I blame you for us watching this. You the one that asked me to watch this. You cray girl. Let's get to something here a little bit with a little bit more substance to it. Jesus age. Thank you, oranges. You know. Let's see. All right. Let's see. I gotta go to the studio here. Videos. Nope. There we go. I gotta go through it the back way. Open. Open. All right.
So come 2024.
Shut up. Why you tell me how fucking drony it was? Jesus age. But you know, I did it. I did it out of love, you know. Oh, wait, wrong screen. All right, now. Exactly. I'm thinking about all the tests I have had to get in the last 2 years, and I can't believe that she's not been told to get the same ones. Her sugars are ridiculously high all the time. She has to be sick. There's no question that she is, you know. Girl, it's just, I don't know. It's kind of like the same sort of situation. Like, you know, when you can't touch your face or you can't touch your head, and that's the one part of you that you can't, when it itches when you can't actually scratch it. So I think it comes from the same place, you know, same cosmic force at work there. Okay, so here he is. Hey, Mia. Let's start it out with our community airhead here.
So come 2024, it's going to be your girl's year.
She's been saying that I don't know how long, and I'm so sick of hearing that shit. If she's talking about her year to end up in the nursing home, I agree.
Just watch. Okay, I have my second one.
So, first off, sorry, boo. He waving my hand. He picked his head up and looked at me. I left this in here because
I'm Rita Chiller, which drinking my Choco Chiller, which has always been my favorite. But
okay.
I'm LOLing because I just realized I've been putting my Buzzball trash in my fridge.
She's LOLing about being a slob and then wants to get upset when people question whether or not her house is clean, whether or not her ass is clean, whether or not she actually ever takes a shower, and whether or not she's spraying a third of a bottle on herself of perfume every day. And that's the reason why she's gone through 5 bottles of perfume in a month. You can't be mad when people You can't be mad when people believe the stereotype, when people apply a stereotype to you when you fit and carry out the persona of the stereotype that is being applied to you. She claims all day long, I am not a slob, blah, 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 whatever, whatever. Then she does this. I don't know about y'all, but I ain't putting empty nothing back in my fridge. Bowl, bottle, can, nothing. Nothing. Because she thinks it's quirky. She thinks it's interesting. It makes her interesting. That too. Well, other than this, I mean, we've got cheese. And we've got cheese, and then we've got more cheese. We got a butt ton of cheese and a whole lot of nothing else, you know. That would be nice, but she will never follow through on it. We know that. Right. There you go. Facts. But we're going to continue on because I have a little something to add here.
I think with the first one, it was genuinely an accident, and then it just kind of became a thing. So
it just kind of became a thing. I'm a fucking slob, and I just figured I'd own it, you guys. So, okay, if you look at this bag here, there are 2 more back here, and then there's 1 more right here. So she has bought a grand total of 7 of these things. And by the time she's done, she has at least 5 of them.
but I think the next one I'm going to try, which is going to be my 5th one, and she squirts, and she gets my fingers wet.
I hope she enjoys that because that'll be the only hoe that's going to squirt on her and get her fingers wet. Probably been the only one so far. She wouldn't know nothing about either of them things, even if she is a lesbian. I can almost guarantee you ain't nobody fucking her. Such as it is. That'd be ugly, but I don't care. Put empty pickle jars in my fridge and buy used cucumbers to make. Well, okay. I can forgive that because you're reusing it. You're cleaning it out. You're reusing it because, you're making your own pickles. That's cool. But, I'm not fixing to put empty soda cans or empty bottles back in my fridge, And I'm a weird one too. I've got one of those pickle jars that's got the reservoir in it. So when you tip it over, all the juice drains out of it so you can reach in and grab a pickle without sticking your finger in the juice. I'm a little weird about that, My brother has a bad habit of not throwing something in the trash after it's done when the trash is literally right there. Oh, that is so infuriating. I had to do ECG, chest x-ray, 3 different BP meds and different combos, and MRI, I think, to check my main arteries for blockages. She chews 3 times my size. Yep. And that says a lot, there are so many hoops that they would never actually jump through. She absolutely does. It's one of those, you do me and then you do you sort of situations. Agreed. Right. The girl, and the girl talking about, you guys, I just love water. I mean, we never fucking see the hoe drinking water. So what's it going to be? Pick a lane. Exactly. My mom's sent a freak when my brothers would leave empty milk jugs in the refrigerator. Girl, it's even worse. Okay, empty, that would irk me, no question about it. But what would irk me even more, and I've had it happen, people that leave this much milk in the bottom of the jug and then put it back in there like there's still some in there. So, when old girl, I just want to point out a couple things about this whole buzzball situation here, okay? Number 1, each one of them buzz balls is 250 calories. Okay. And she has had 5 of them mofos. So she has had 1,250 calories of just alcohol. Okay, so there's that. When that one starts talking about that she's being so mindful of what she eats, you guys, and I'm doing so good, and I'm not eating, and I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. No, you don't have to. You're replacing pretty much all of your majority of your calorie intake is being swallowed in liquid form because she's not thinking about that. She's so busy trying to look cool. Another thought that I had is, right, very little. It's just like, what the fuck? She claims she has an active sex life, but not only is it extremely difficult physically to manage, there's no base person hormone changes. Well, hormone changes for her. Old girl ain't got none. She ain't. I don't believe honestly that she's taken any sort of supplemental estrogen or anything. You know, if she did, it would be really, really easy to see. Yep, agreed. And the other thing too, and I had this random thought just out of nowhere last night, so I figured I would share it with you guys. Have we noticed that since she moved, the drinking thing has really kicked off, that it has become more prominent on camera, that it's taking more of a forward focus? Throw me some ones out there if y'all have noticed that. I'm sure everybody has, but I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Okay, so far I'm seeing yes. 1111. Okay. Go. Well, that's not all, I don't think. I don't think that's all there is to it. I'm getting there. That too. Here's the thought that I had. So, okay, since she's moved here and now she is spending all of her time with her mom, and people have responded positively to her mom where they are still not responding positively to her. I think just like all other things, because I've said this before about her, I think first off, she co-opts shit that ain't even hers to co-opt. And I personally think that this drinking thing, this trend that she's getting herself into, it is her eventually co-opting, you guys, I have an alcohol problem and I'm going to be sober. And oh my God, you guys, I mean, you saw how she did before. You guys, it's been over a year since I've had alcohol. And I was like, bitch, your ass ain't a fucking alcoholic. Big fucking deal. You act like that's a win. You have no clue what kind of fucking hell it is to not to stop drinking when you physically can't stop yourself from drinking. Personally, I think that's all this is. She is desperate for some sort of a personality that she is building up to you guys, my alcohol intake is too much. I'm pretty sure I'm an alcoholic. I'm going to stop drinking. At least temporarily. The whole, I think I might be an alcoholic thing. That's going to be a thing. Right. It's going to end up being another storyline. But what she doesn't know is she can fuck around and find out, because it doesn't take much, especially with both of her parents have an addictive history. It would not take much for her to end up an alcoholic. It doesn't take much. I mean, she's already doing some of the shit that people do. They sit at home alone in their apartment and drink by themselves. That too, but we can always put two and two together though. I mean, girl just went in almost 1,300 calories in alcohol. It still ain't doing her no favors. I want her to come through and try to say that she's eating healthy. Bitch, it don't matter. You could eat your little cottage cheese and mustard and fruit dip all day long. You still sitting here making up half of your calorie intake for the day with booze and liquid, you know? Exactly. And add to it that this girl already has problems with addiction. Cross addiction for her would not be a big stretch at all. I mean, at all. She has always been, though. Right. Right. Hi, Bibbidi. But I had to share that. That's where I'm thinking some of this is coming from. Eventually, she's going to co-opt the sobriety game like she tried to before, but she didn't have anything to actually show that she was relying on alcohol the way that she was claiming. In the meantime, she gets some halfway different content than what we're used to because she's coming out here going, my chins, my 5 chins, my 7 chins.
Act like last night didn't happen. I think I'm going to take a longer break from drinking this time. I don't know. Maybe I'll drink on my birthday, but it's not going to be anything. It's going to be like just like low key moment. But I honestly love cleaning.
She gonna be on here. She gonna be online showing her ever loving ass, especially now that that whole Casey interview's come out and the snowflakes part 1 on her is out. She gonna get a few drinks in her. She gonna come on Instagram and she is gonna high key come all the way out with the foolishness. And she's gonna, what's gonna happen is any shade that she throws, she's gonna blame it on being drunk. Betcha. Yep. Exactly. And that pisses me off. I'm not gonna lie. Because she has no fucking clue what it's like to be an alcoholic, in active addiction. It is fucking hell. It is a hell that I would not wish on anybody.
I don't know what it is, but I love it. I think it's because it's like 2019 era. Like I couldn't clean. Like I couldn't even stand for like a minute without my freaking legs trembling. So people are like, how did you use 4 to 5 perfume?
Sorry. Blech. Giving me chill bumps, y'all. So this whole I love to clean, it's so therapeutic, whatever. Tell me why this girl ain't doing vlogs of her cleaning her apartment. We've seen her do it before. She's done it performatively, but she's never actually, that's been years ago. About the time frame that she was talking about, 2019, she got up and performatively cleaned her kitchen. But if she loves cleaning so much, would there not be some video of her doing it? She would be going out of her way to show people how much she enjoys it, right? Just a thought. Hammer and Foodie show their true personalities when they drink. Yep. Agreed. Hey, girl, I have said it so many times. Like when Foodie keeps trying to discount the Cuba Rage and everything, you will hear it said, not just in sober circles, a drunk man's mouth speaks a sober man's thoughts. So whatever it is that they've held up inside of them, it's gonna come out. There ain't no question. No question. I agree. Exactly. Yep. No doubt about it. Because if old girl loved to clean, we already know that there would be vlogging of her cleaning and enjoying cleaning.
Without my freaking legs trembling. So people are like, how did you use 4 to 5 perfumes in just a month? Like, how is that possible? No.
We saw how that was possible, ho. You went. You practically showered in it on a vlog.
No. And people were like, oh my God, like, they don't even like you. I'm actually friends with them on Facebook, and
oh, that's about Slayton. Sorry, I chopped it off.
Me and Amy have talked. Amy actually made like a parody about me years ago. She apologized to me personally for it. She's actually super freaking sweet. I love.
Okay, so let's just talk about that. Somebody being friends with you on Facebook does not mean that they're friends with you. I got whole ass people on my Facebook list that I ain't talked to since high school. People who have literally walked right by me in town, looked me square in my eyeball, and didn't even wave. Okay? This girl is deluded. I have no doubt that part of what she is saying is true. Okay? There's no doubt in my mind that Amy is probably a sweet girl. I mean, she seems to be. You know, I bet she would be a hoot just to sit down and hang out with and just talk, because she just says whatever the hell floats between her ears, and it just don't come out the way it reads here, but don't translate here. You know what I mean? Hi, Grateful. We'll be here when you get back, love. And that's part of what makes Amy so funny to me, is the fact that, you know, it comes out, it's in English here and it comes out here in Spanish, you know, or vice versa. It's just like two completely different languages going on, and stuff is lost in translation at the end. And to me, that makes her highly amusing. But I don't think that Amy is as tight with her as she's claiming to be. Just like her saying that one girl on 1,000-pound sensors is friends with her. I don't believe it. Just because you talk to somebody on Facebook don't mean you friends with them. I mean, off subject, y'all. So after this is me here. After my trip back to my hometown and to see my dad and my people over there, I come home a couple days ago. Out of nowhere, I get a Facebook message from the step monster. Okay. And it was a picture of a storage bin out of the shed on my dad's property of a bunch of my toys from when I was a kid. She said, "Does this look familiar?" And I said to her, "Yep." I didn't say nothing else to her. She didn't respond to that. She didn't say anything else to me. Well, last night she sends me a message out of nowhere. "Merry Christmas." I ain't said nothing back to her. I swiped it off and kept on trucking. I really probably should not even have responded to that picture. If they wanted my input on that, my dad should have been the one sending me that. And I guess she thinks that means that I'm open to communication with her, which I'm not. Me taking a minute to respond to something you're sending me doesn't mean anything. I mean, just an example, follow through on what we were talking about there.
I think I'll be okay because I did eat some foods that were not considered to be very healthy, like poutine yesterday. And I woke up and my blood sugar was 12.1 instead of 13.6. And it was the highest it was a couple days ago was 23 a few days ago when I went to the hospital. So it is coming down. I think it's because I'm taking my medication regularly and I'm not binge eating or eating late at night. I eat during the day. Some of the things are not healthy, but I eat a moderate portion. I don't overdo it. Yeah.
This one doesn't know what moderate is. So the fact that she even said that is laughable.
Yeah, I basically do that. I drink my Unicity before eating, so it helps with the portion size. And then I just basically, don't try not to overdo it. I try to eat like no more than 3 meals. And not eating at night, I think, has really helped a lot. Like kind of intermittent fasting.
Kinda, which means she's not.
Changes that are not overwhelming for me, because honestly, when I try to go too drastic, it doesn't help because of, my binge eating disorder. And I think that when you're making any major changes to your life, like for used to eating the same way for 30 years, I think I have to really just accept that I need to go a bit slower.
First off, there are people who change their diet every single day. And I am not saying that transitioning from one diet to another isn't okay, because I get that. Especially if you are going from a unregulated, eating whatever the hell, to some sort of specific type of diet. Like if you're going to go vegan or vegetarian, you may need to build up to it. Hi, Des. But this one, I mean, the restrictions that the physician laid out for her were not so drastic that she couldn't have stepped over into that. And what she calls herself doing right now is not anything close to what a diabetic diet resembles in any manner, shape, fashion, or form. You can't have none of that. Trust me, you don't want none of that. Come here. You don't want none of that.
And it's been really hard
Right.
not eating at night, because that's when I really want to eat sometimes, like, you know. So I'm up at night and I'm lonely. This is their...
So there we are. There it is again. I'm up at night and I'm lonely. Now, I thought she said the Unimate was giving her so much energy that she wasn't napping during the day, you guys. We'll talk about the Unimate on the video later. Tomorrow when I upload it. I love you too, but you know what? You can't be right there. Can we get your face out of that? Ooh, don't want none of that. Trust me, you don't want none of that. What are we doing? What are we doing? Could you pick a spot, please? I love you too. You got to pick a spot and settle, though. Same to you, little man. You both have got to pick a spot and settle. But look at this, y'all.
Smaller size.
Look at this shit. Okay, so we got potatoes. There's carbs. We got what? We got pickles, which are loaded with salt. We've got gravy that's loaded with salt. We've got ranch that's pretty well loaded with salt. And we've got fried chicken that is loaded with salt. Sugar and salt, sugar and salt, sugar and salt.
They have a large. And it's basically a pickle.
Somebody with fried taste
So it has
buds.
pickles cut up in it. It's gravy and cheese.
Right.
Fries and deep fried pickles with like a ranch sauce on it. So after lunch?
Oh, those were deep fried pickles? So fried salt. Great.
I decided to go for a nice midwinter walk.
I left this in here. Right, Janae. Because I want y'all to listen to this woman's breathing. Okay? Here she is. She's on this bridge with this beautiful background. And her forcing herself to breathe in and out. That too, baby. Her inability to breathe is louder than the water. Check it out.
Your water. The rail is too high for me, but trying to move a bit more. But be casual about it, you know? Like,
I love that. But be casual about it.
not say, okay, I'm going to go out for a walk. I just say, I'm going out. And if I see somewhere nice I want to explore, I just do it. I don't think of it as exercise or walking. I have to trick myself. Eastern Ontario.
Listen to her.
So this is the environment right now. It's actually... So, after dinner, I'm going to go look at some Christmas lights.
She literally has not walked enough or at even a pace at which for her to burn off a Tic Tac, and she thinks she's doing something with this. Isn't that the delusion? Jesus age. Well, you better think of it because you're long past casual weight loss and exercise. Bam. There you go.
So I'll show you guys some snips of that. Wow.
All right.
Oh. So, okay, the date and time are wrong, obviously.
She's so focused on that date and time. I done been said it, ma'am. You need to be worried about these big ass bold numbers right here, not this shit up here. The shit up here ain't gonna kill you. This right here will. Don't you jump on that
It's not
screen,
March,
boo. I
but
see you.
this is me about 2 to 3 hours after having that poutine,
Agreed.
the pickle poutine. And my blood dropped from this morning. It was 12.1. So,
And I can almost guarantee you that she's either going to claim the unicity did it, or she's going to claim that that little 5-second walk did it.
that's good. I think the medication is working. And like I said, I had a moderate portion. I had the small. So, yeah. All right, guys. So here's my dinner. Some homemade goulash with mushrooms, peppers, carrots, celery, ground beef.
So there we are. And we've got more carbs. Okay. We've got more salt. We've got, well, really a lot of fucking salt. I mean, she's got tomato sauce in there, which has salt in it and sugar in it. And then she's got carbs because she's got nothing but pasta in there. I mean, right. There it is. Carbs and salad dressing. That's basically it. Right. That's beefaroni. That is not goulash. Goulash is not fixing to look like that. If anything, that is probably closer to spaghetti than goulash. I can't with this woman. Yeah. Facts. Too much pasta. That is like two servings or more of pasta. I mean, she is freaking delusional.
Goulash with mushrooms.
If anything, she should have doubled the salad and halved what was in that pasta bowl. That would have been something closer to acceptable. Exactly. But you can't tell her nothing because she's a fool.
Mushrooms, peppers, carrots, celery, ground beef.
Okay. I left this in here because number one, it was funny to watch her watch her struggle to try to run. Okay, so this is supposedly what she did when she jogged back into the store the other day. Watch this fool. So she literally jogged 5 steps and then stopped jogging by the 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
I like jogging more than walking. Maybe I'll start jogging.
I don't know if I would call that jogging. I do more activity than that when I am crossing the street, crossing a parking lot with oncoming traffic. I actually jog. I'm one of them people that I'm not fixing to just mosey when somebody in a vehicle is waiting on me. I'm gonna jog. That is not a jog. Ugh.
I've just always done something to mess up my life somehow. I've made a lot of mistakes. I feel stressed and I don't know why.
You feel stressed and you don't know why. Could it be because your body has been screaming at you that you're slowly killing yourself, and you have been for the last 3 years, and it literally can't keep figuring out what the fuck to do because you just keep piling on and piling on and piling on? Could that be it? Could it be the fact that there is a ticking time bomb within your body at this moment that is counting down and it is freaking you the fuck out? Could that be it?
All those things were caused by me, some not, but a lot yet. Yes.
No, boo-boo. All of it was caused by you. All of it was caused by you. Even the shit that you try to lay at other people's feet, you initiated, you followed up on, you chased it, you kept it going. I'm sorry. It is what it fucking is. Okay? You have culpability in every interaction that you have in relation to your personal life. Right there. Exactly. Thank you. That's the word. I started trying to think of the word and I just could not get it to come out. Right. And beer makes ugly people get pregnant. And, you name it. I mean, you could apply that to pretty much anything. It's the fork's fault that she's fat and not her. I mean, come on. Right. I mean, I know. I have my moments. All right, so I threw this in here because I listened to some of this shit, and I'll tell you what prompted me to step in on this. Her passing judgment on SJam. It's like, excuse me, ma'am, I'm sorry, but you have no justification of trying to come at SJam about he doesn't care about the fact that he hit some man's truck. And she was like, well, what if that was somebody's granddaddy's truck and they passed it down? Well, what if it was paid for and they didn't want a car payment? Okay. Let's see you apply that same energy to them girls that your boyfriend was peddling. It brought some pissed off right on up out of me for a few minutes. And I was cussing like a sailor listening to the shit. But you know what? We'll get into it.
First off, I want to apologize to each and every one of you. I conducted myself terribly.
You don't say.
I admit we both conducted this poorly.
No shit.
I said some things. I was mean to people. I went all out emotions. Does that make the situation any better? Absolutely not. Does it excuse the fact that it was years ago? No. I was not with him. Do I conduct what happened? No. Has he genuinely changed his life? 100.
Ooh. All right, y'all. I'm tapping out on this. Y'all saw how much I had in here. It was right there when we started. I can't do no more of it. Ugh. Ugh. All right. Woo. Has he changed his life? Absolutely. Has he now? Really? He is such a changed man, isn't he?
She wanted to be a hoe, so she hoe.
I don't want to hear that. Ma'am, your man, I'm sorry. That shitheel that you call a man, he ain't changed. Exactly, Skinny. He only gives a fuck that he got caught. And the only thing else that he gave a fuck about is the fact that it impacted you, which means that it impacted him. And that is the only motherfucking thing. Girl, I was having to pause and take breaks. I'm not gonna tell you no lie, Nutty. Yep, he said it himself. He doesn't have any remorse that he's paid for his decisions, and he's continuing to pay for them. So her and him can both fuck all the way off.
If you want to ride with me, great. Here's another thing I keep seeing in the community, minus me. Watch whoever y'all want to watch. I've always said that.
Is she the only person that's been saying that? Has she the only person that's been saying, watch who you want to watch? Don't devote yourself to any one person. Don't play the campground games. This ain't Game of Thrones. She been the only one saying that. She's rolling through with that like she's some sort of special entity, and she's the only one who has actually come through and said, you know what? I'm just here to have a good time. It ain't got to be that serious. The only reason she's saying it now is because it applies to her. Because people out here are like, if you fuck with that bitch, I don't want you around me. That's the reason why she's saying it. Let's be 100 on it. That is the only reason that's the position that she's taking now. It is self-serving and it's disingenuous. I've only seen a few minutes of Kai before that stream. Her leaving doesn't affect me. Her trying to come back doesn't affect me. Out of their own mouths, they blame the kids. They don't feel bad about it. Right.
I learned a lot through this. There's so much I want to tell y'all, but I don't want to throw people under the bus. I do really appreciate Monty for letting me come on his platform and talk. I have
Did anybody out here, please, by all means, if any one of y'all believes that Monty brought Kaya on to discuss all of this out of the goodness of his heart, y'all please put a 1 in the chat if y'all believe that Monty did that to be a nice guy. Because I'm going to tell you the position that I have on it. First off, Monty didn't give 2 fucks about her side of it. Monty doesn't give 2 fucks about the facts on it all. Monty wanted her on there because he knew that it would bring the views in. And that was all. She acts like Monty went above and beyond for her. Monty did what Monty does. That is all. He got what he wanted out of it. He brought traffic to that channel, and that is it.
Friends, I have family member, people that I'm close with, people I'm in contact with. I tell them this up front. If I have a new neighbor, if I have a friend, I tell them this from the get-go.
I left that in there because that is the non-Reader's Digest. That is a very wordy way of saying I don't see you all who watch this channel as real people. I tell people that I'm friends with. I've told all my family. I have told people, new neighbors. I have told everybody from the get-go. But she hid it out there from YouTube for years. That right there should tell you how she sees each and every one of you. She does not view you as a real person. She does not assign any value to you, even though she says, I really cared about some of you. She didn't care enough to tell y'all the truth up front and be honest, even though she claims that that's her way. I'm real. I come through with it. I'm honest. Yeah, except when it counts. Except when it counts. Exactly. There you go. Isn't it funny how that works out? Exactly. Agreed. And then she sat there and relayed all her personal horror stories like it was some sort of revelation. Meanwhile, she's sleeping in the bed with a man who no doubt had sex with underage children. Because I'm sorry, him claiming that he didn't do anything with them, I don't believe that shit. That is one of the things that pimps do, baby. They know that they ain't got to pay for it.
So it's not a secret. It's not all my family knew from the get-go. All my friends know from the get-go. If I move next to somebody, my friends that have kids, I tell them this up front because this does affect somebody's life.
Yep.
And if I choose to be with that person, then it affects my life too. We both said things that if we could take back, we absolutely would. No.
Oh, only because it's bit you in the ass. Be honest. Say, we said things that we would take back if we could because it bit us in the fucking ass. Just say it. People would probably have more respect for you if you did.
What I did was, right quick, I'm glad you brought that up, Succubus. I unmodded everybody because we had a rogue mod that was a snake that wasn't even here before all this. They were a spy for somebody else.
Who out there gives enough of a fuck to try to plant somebody in this woman's moderators? Is anybody? Can anybody think of anybody? Right. She got a lot of room to call somebody a snake. I mean, come on now. All she's missing is a forked tongue and she would be one herself.
I'm still clean. I don't have to go in a program. I choose to go to a program. And person, I hear you out there saying that. Why do you hide so much? You know who you are. Like,
She's talking about Breezy, y'all.
Keep saying, you know who I'm talking to. You know exactly who you are. I don't know what your problem is with me, but I can piss in a cup. Can you? And it's not California clean. Quit that shit. Not cool. People don't do that in recovery to others. The gloves are off, my friends. The gloves are off. But
this is the same one who just got through saying, there are so many things that I could tell you guys, but I don't want to throw nobody under the bus. Which is it going to be? You going to work a program or not? Because I can tell you right now, there's been plenty of stuff done to me over the years that I have never repeated to anybody, because you know what? I accepted it for what it was. I learned my lesson from it and I kept on moving. There has been fuck shit said to me. There has been fuck shit done to me. But do you know what? I didn't walk around saying, oh, I could tell you all about him, but I don't want to throw him under the bus. So what's it going to be? You're going to have to pick a lane. Yes, Tara. Hi, hun. She absolutely has. And I am right. Does everyone remember how nervous and frantic she would act like during live stream? She was afraid people were watching her and ruining her channel. Well, that's the deal. She does the same thing in this one. She goes on a whole fucking 30-minute long tirade. She's all over the goddamn place. She is like a sprayed cockroach. It's like, bro. Right. And see, and we're going to get to this because, you know, we'll let this keep going a minute.
But when other people wonder about their sobriety, not me. I'm perfect, not me. But everybody else around them, oh, they need to get help. They got a problem. She has so much to say about MFW. MFW really needs to get help. Well, you know what, buddy? Some people take longer. Some people get it. Some people don't. But are you the sobriety police? That's a situation, too, that is shitty.
That is the only thing out of that entire fucking stream that I actually agreed with. That comment. Hi, Granny Noodles. Right here.
Some people take longer. Some people get it. Some people don't. But are you the sobriety police? That's a situation.
This is an online game of pot calling the kettle black. Is what this is. Deflection, 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 deflection. Hard to say. Hard to say. Let's keep going.
That is shitty. Because there's so many people that I want to call out right now. So many people. But I'm not going to do that.
It gets better. Just wait. Exactly. Yes, ma'am. She was doing some sprayed cockroach shit during this for a little bit there, but you know, I just
it did cross my mind.
But she's always been a little bit of a sprayed cockroach though.
Fine. Valley, what in the
Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. And this is the reason, this is yet another example of pot calling the kettle black, okay? Because she's exhibiting a behavior of the same person that she was just talking about. Okay? Listen to how she talks to Bali.
Why in the fuck are you talking about? Please find another community scam. Valley, I don't know what. I need you to. You're the last person that should be trying to give me advice. Did we just read that? Do we need to get out our rose-colored glasses? Valley, I don't know what the fuck you got going on right now, but it's Christmas Eve and ain't nobody scamming nobody. And I know you ain't telling me nothing. You might need to sit back and evaluate your life. I'll take advice, but not from you. Set your ass down, Valley. 1 minute you liked my ass even before this, and 1 minute you didn't. So have a seat. Have maybe two. You know what, Valley? You might need a cup of tea and take your ass to bed.
No, she's not. One of the very first videos that I did that had anything to do with Girl World was about the Breezy and Jessica Meska situation. You're going to have a good time. And it was speaking to the fact that our California sober person, speculated on Jessica's sobriety. And the question that I had is, as somebody who's in recovery, who has come through the other side of the hell that is addiction, why would you degrade someone who is struggling, who is still sick, who is newly sober, who is trying to work through the hardest part of finding their way as a sober person? Now, I bring that up because that same set of questions and talking points applies to this entire section right here on how she interacted with Bali. I can't promise that everybody will play nice, baby, because I'm kind of not right now. If Bali ever showed up in this chat, if Breezy ever showed up in this chat, if Foodie ever showed up in this chat and had something to say, I would willingly allow them to come on here and discuss whatever grievance they may have with me or anything that I have to say. But you know what I wouldn't do? What she just did to Bali, or what she pointed out is being done to MFW. And I've said it. I will say it until it happens. MFW is not well. She can acknowledge that she's not well. She knows that she's not well. She is simply not ready to get help, and neither is Bali. Throwing it in their face does not help them. And anybody who does that should be fucking ashamed of themselves. Tell me you're not working your fucking program without telling me you're not working your program. Because I'm going to tell you, I would never do that to someone. Many of the people that I deal with regularly in AA would never do that to someone. Because you know what? Those people who are still sick, those people who are brand new, who are struggling to make it to the next day without something to alter them, those are the people that keep us sober. And if Bali come in here and told me that I was a scammer, I would probably do this right here. And I would say, I respect that you feel that way. And I would do right just like that. Because I understand exactly what prompts it all. It is not that Bali actually has a problem with the person she's talking to. Bali is not thinking clearly because of her illness, and that is just a fact. You have got to learn to deal with people who are actively ill with some measure of grace. And if you can't, then you need to just not open your mouth at all. I'm crocheting on that blanket for my friend. This is perfect. I feel silly for having missed the start, but damn mama, don't try to drink that Metamucil laxative. I said I was going to do it. We're doing it for scientific purposes. I'm taking one for the team, so you guys don't have to. I haven't seen or heard anything about Jessica Meska in months, but last I knew she was at least on her crap. Her streams aren't my style, but she seems to be who she portrays, messy, and she's okay with it. Yeah, and that is something that I have noticed about Jessica. Jessica will actually flat out say, here's what I did. Here's what I said. It sucks. I wished I hadn't done it. And she doesn't wait months to try to do that. She will come flat out and be like, yeah, I did that. And if she holds no qualms about it. She is who she is. She recognizes that she's messy. She knows that she's a hot mess, and she embraces it, but she's doing the best that she can to try to be a healthier version of that messy. You know what I mean? And that's part of the reason why when all of this kicked off with the Callie sober and her, I was just like, no, we don't do that here. That's not okay. She's an interesting girl, Granny Noodles. I have a feeling you're going to be watching that like, woo. Well, I'll tell you some of it, truth be told. With Jessica Meska, Granny, she has ADHD. So her thoughts are just kind of all over the place. So if you think you can kind of handle subject changes and shifts back and forth and stuff like that, then you might be okay. But she's actually pretty entertaining. She's a funny girl.
I'm going to talk about Foodie if I want to talk about Foodie, because I have to
Okay. That right there, y'all.
How hypocrisy you are.
Just saying. How you gonna sit here and talk about somebody else being messy and you ain't even owning yours, ma'am? Thank you, Riley. That is so sweet of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Yeah, right. Exactly. She's trying, which is more than I can give for some people. Jessica is actually trying, So while we're let me find me something right on real quick to go along with this, because you know what's good for the goose is good for the gander here. Let's just give let's just give her back a little bit of what she's given here. Are we ready? Okay, so I'm gonna play this and we just gonna get right into this. Are we ready? Let me get my ink pen out here.
laundry. Oh, yes. Okay, switch out the laundry. Oh, washer and dryer. Oh, yeah. Christmas shopping. Yes, Christmas shopping. I am not the person I was yesterday.
Okay, so let's back it up. Let's do her list. Okay. Come online and lie. Fail to take accountability. Yeah. Oh, right. Victim blame. Victim blame. Pedophilia apologist. Let's apologize for the pedophile. Let's be an assholes to people. Okay. Okay. All right, boo-boo. You want to play that game? We can all play that game. You have zero justification for critiquing Foodie's inability to function as an adult when, ma'am, you are having inability to function as an adult. There you go. That is what one call that the term for that is called sanctimonious. Right. Right. Yep. For context, you call Foodie Beat a chucklehead just now. You're absolutely adorable. I call plenty of people a chucklehead, Pix. Right. Right. Not a damn thing. So, if you're going to take somebody else's inventory, ma'am, maybe you need to start taking your own before you be worried about Foodie's. Because based on the shit that you've done, Kaya, your list of misdeeds are worse than Foodie's right now. I'm just saying.
Okay, switch out the laundry. Oh, washer, not the person I was yesterday. I am not the person I was years ago. He is not the person he was years ago. And if I felt that way, believe me, I do not have to be here.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about the person let's talk about how changed he is real quick. We done seen this one time already, but let's just bring it up. He's so changed, you guys. He's not the person he was years ago.
She wanted to be a hoe, so she hoe.
Fuck you and that fucking pedo pimp motherfucker. And Kaya, I'm sorry.
How hypocrisy you are.
Exactly. I tell you what, she can take them rose-colored glasses off, and that's fine. But while she's at it, she needs to clean that fucking mirror, because there is so much blocking that clear view of herself that she needs to take a step back. I said it. I have said it before. If she wanted to come back on here and completely deviate away from what she was doing before and say, you know what, guys, I'm going to rebrand. I'm going to change it up. I'm not doing this no more. I don't want to be involved no more. I'm over it. There's too much drama. I'm out. She could have done it, but she chose not to. Instead, she come right back through with her whole ass chest, acting like she has some measure of capability to judge anyone. Exactly. He would still absolutely be doing it. There's no doubt about it. I'm sorry, as ugly as it may sound, but I mean, I have worked with some fucking disgusting people over the years. You guys know, we have talked about this. I've worked in the prison system a long time. I have worked with rapists. I have worked with murderers. I've worked with child molesters, and I despise none more than the child molester. I will go above and fucking beyond for a murderer. I will go above and beyond for a fucking rapist if need be at the time. But do you know, I cannot have the same level of care for someone who hurts a child. And what does it say when the prisoners in the prison system who have done some of the most heinous shit hate people who do things to children? There you go. That pretty well sums it up. That saying, you are who you hang with, says a lot about her, doesn't it? Right. Children and animals, off fucking limits for me. I mean, I'm sorry, but you're not ever gonna get me to change my perspective on that. And her coming through with, I'm sorry. That's not true. One prisoner accepts pedos. Oh, well, if we're talking about her, then yeah, technically. But I'm going to say this. It has been my experience from working with these types that they believe themselves to be better than other prisoners. Pedos, child traffickers, they think they're better than. They don't believe that what they have done is wrong. And I'm sorry, but this right here, let's show it. Let's show it one more time.
She wanted to be a hoe, so she hoe.
That lets me know that he views himself as better. He viewed himself as better than those girls. He views himself as better than the people online who were saying that he was doing some fuck shit. Exactly. I agree. I'm sorry. And as somebody who's worked with it, as far as I'm concerned, there should be no discussion. If it is proven that somebody hurts a child, it should be an automatic death sentence, because you know what? They may not have taken the life out of that child's body, but they have destroyed their life from that point forward. That is a trauma that they can never undo. And it affects every part of their life. Exactly. It's okay, Pix, no problem. And I'll tell you something else. Him trying to say he didn't know those were 14-year-old girls. We can do it again. I've done it one time, but we can do it again. We can do it again. Him saying, oh, well, they didn't look 14. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. Why don't we? Okay. Just so that there is no misconception on this. 14-year-old girl. 14-year-old girl. 14-year-old girl. Let's look at them. Let's see them. How many of these girls, even the ones who have the skill and capability of doing their own makeup, looks like a fully functioning grown-ass adult? Not one. Not one. Not a single one of them. 14-year-old adult. 14-year-old, a 14-year-old, the furthest thing from a fucking adult. I mean, come on. 14 years old. 14. 14. 14. 14. None of these girls look anything like a full-grown adult woman. It doesn't matter how much makeup they're wearing. It doesn't matter how their hair is done. It does not matter. Not at all. They all still look like children. Every one of them. Okay, let's touch it up a bit. Okay, let's try it, because I know some people will say with makeup on when they may look older. That still looks like a 14-year-old. Still looks like a 14-year-old. Yep. She might look maybe a year or two older, but she still doesn't look like she's old enough to be an adult. Same with her. She might look 15, 16, but definitely not old enough to be an adult. Right there. Right there. Look at this girl. She is a beautiful girl. I don't care what rationale he uses or she uses, or she, well, not uses, she co-signs. There is nothing that they will ever say that makes this all right. Ever. And there is not going to be any forgiving for this. And anybody, and I'm sorry, this will be the only fucking line I draw in the sand. Anybody who supports this woman, I don't want you here. I don't want you here. Because, yet again, you are who you hang around. And if you're willing to co-sign her fuck behavior of her holding up this fucking sex offender, then I don't want you around me. Because I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We will never agree on that. Right. They are absolutely still babies. They are still babies by the standards of most rational human beings. But not to people like Kaya or her or that piece of dog shit she calls a man. Exactly, Rally. Right. Take a breath. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. The last time I went through that, I'm gonna tell you, I was so goddamn angry that my hands were shaking. Abby had to tell me she was like, just take a break. Because if I had been in proximity to either of them, I would have been laying hands. Because that is not okay. None of what was said or how they dealt with it was okay. They both act like the girl knew what she was doing. They're not sorry. No. Girl is exactly the opposite word. They are children. At 14 years old, we think we know everything when in fact we know absolutely nothing. And we have to rely on adults around us to help us figure shit out. And what happened? He used the fact that these girls, because there was more than one, that he used these girls who did not know. He used their lack of knowledge and experience against them. He is the worst. He is the worst of anything that I could think of. Any word that I could use to describe it. Exactly. Yep. Agreed, Tara. She's had at least 3 poutines since she's been back, by the way. She admitted to one in the first 3 days back, then admitted to one the day before the pickle atrocity. She's trying to, I honestly think that she thinks that the medication by itself is going to save her. And it honestly won't. Because you already know what, once she gets her, if she gets her blood sugars past that 11 range that she's hoping for, she's going to fucking go buck wild and she's just going to go right back to eating garbage again. You know? They can't drive. They can't get a tattoo. They can't sign a contract. They can't consent to sex. Actual sex in most states. They sure as shit can't consent to being a sex worker. Most likely those girls came from homes where they were SA'd and DV'd. Agreed. There are actual reasons that these kids get involved in this game. And he knows this, and he took advantage of it. Oops. They acted like these girls were not worth anything, like they weren't even human beings. I agree. And to him, they weren't. To him, they were product, and that's the way he sees it. Yep. Exactly. I think she's closer to having had, oh my stars, my grammar, a dozen. And we know she's had at least one cookie and a cup from Starbucks. God almighty. She's playing around. It's not going to end well. It's not going to end well for her. Oh, there's a change in pressure. My ears are humming. Exactly. Something to be lorded upon. It is sick. And it is going to sound ugly. And I have said, all loss of life is sad, but there are exceptions to that rule. And that motherfucker that she's laid up in her house with is one of those exceptions. And I've said before too that I don't wish suffering on anybody. Those kinds of people are the exception to that rule too. Because I'm sorry, when you seek out to harm the most innocent of the entities of this world, then you deserve whatever the fuck you got coming. Oh, girl, girl, that went as quickly as it came. I can't think of who it was. It might have been Des telling me to be careful with this stuff right here because it might make me a little rumbly. I ain't had not one thing happen yet. Hi, Nicole. It's okay, honey. It's all right. You made it. That's what counts. I was on soft food for a month, and then I was on shakes for 3 meals and introduced scrambled eggs, etc. with my weight loss. See, that goes to show that that the standards have changed so much since I had mine done forever ago. Yeah. I got to have it. It's decorative now. Yeah, that's a Boo Man's. Boo Man is doing his ASMR for us tonight. He says, you tense. I want you to relax. What was that? I saw that. You was being derpy at me. Thank you. I love you too. I'm okay. Mama not mad. Mama just worked up. That's all. Oh, you're so sweet. You was so sweet. Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure he's telling me in his subtle way that he's ready for dinner. Are you ready for dinner? Is that what you're telling me? You want some supper? You ready for dinner? You ready for dinner? Daddy, yeah? Okay. I know. He says it's time for supper. He says my belly's empty. He says I got a hole in my tummies. Yes, they absolutely do. And I'm forever grateful for my crazy bunch over here. I had some stuff happen with Romeo, and that's all in the video. We got to spend some time hanging out with him today, even though it wasn't in the best of circumstances, but he was a champ. I am going to have all of that uploaded tomorrow because I am going to, now that I have got most of this monstrosity drunk, I'm going to ride it out, see what happens, report any symptoms. But other than that, I think we've covered pretty much everything that I had on my mind. Yeah, right. Time for me to eat too, especially now that I done that, I begged to have caffeine on my 6-month anniversary, and the bariatric surgeon was like, you waited 6 months. I was like, yep. He told me no caffeine for 6 months. Well, I'll tell you what they did with us. This was way back in the day. You could have caffeine. You just couldn't have anything carbonated. So we would, because my mom had like surgery a year before I did. She was still brand new into hers. We were taking Diet Pepsis and shaking them up until all the fizz was gone out of them and just sipping on them. So, that's as close as we could really get to having anything serious in that regard. But, so unless you guys have anything else that you want me to cover pretty quick, we are coming up on 2 hours. And, is he still eating and drinking, Christy? Or is he just kind of puny? Hopefully he gets to feeling better. I think I'm going to call it a night because here we are, and I have not only to feed these guys dinner, but I have to feed me dinner too. And I've still got to pack for my trip tomorrow, and I've got a couple of other little things that I've got to take care of so that I can get out of here on time at a reasonable time frame tomorrow, because I do not want it to be 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the evening before I get to where I'm going. So I am going to hop off of here. Thank you guys for coming through and hanging out with me tonight. I thank you all too for listening to me while I kind of get down and dirty and tell people about themselves, because, I don't do that all the time, but this was one that it hits buttons for me. And I can't sit idly by on that. I'm sorry. I just can't. So yeah. For those of you who are curious, Upper Grand Village is a historical landmark and cultural heritage site that you can do some interesting things in, including churning butter and can try lemon. That's really cool. Thank you very much, Granny Noodles. All right. So thank you guys again for coming through and hanging out with me. I had a good time. I hope you guys did too. For those of you on the replay, hope you enjoy. It's good to see you made it. And I will have uploads tomorrow and then later on this week. And we're going to play it by ear from there. So you guys have a wonderful night. I will catch up with you soon. Bye, y'all.